Oh my God. I'm here to chat real quick before I go back upstairs to my job because I know they're gonna be looking for, they always looking for a hoe. But y'all like my edges? Okay. Um, I'm here to talk about Big Brother Canada season 12, episode 24. I'm like, why you always do that the most? Because I don't know if nobody else doing all that. It's been a long weekend, y'all. Let me move back some more. Oh dang, I can't move back no more. Let me move my camera up a little bit. I feel like it's just not okay. Anyway, I just want to start this off by saying make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Girl need this viewership, girl need this subscribers. Uh and just keep this channel rolling in general. Second of all, I want to say this might be the dumbest, most nothingness week ever, possibly, or possibly the greatest move in a week ever. And if this do turn out to be right, this got to be the all-time player of any franchise of anything, Big Brother in general. Yeah, it got to be. So let's see how this turns out. But anyway, this is why I hate sometimes going live because it's like a lot of things to pop up, and sometimes phone calls cut my stuff off. But anyway, so we have the episode repeating the same that we saw already in the last episode. Like we already saw a synopsis of what happened and during commercial break and all that. We already saw Anthony's breakdown. We already saw Tola being evicted. Why are we repeating the same thing for like the first 10 to 12 minutes of this show? It seems like it's like literally like the first 10 to 12 minutes of the show is like we going over and rehashing what already happened again in Wednesday's episode. Like we already repeated that. Why are we watching this again? And then we already have to watch it on the digital dailies where you have freaking 3 hours of nonstop what happened, and all before that. It's just like Avery still in the house in the digital dailies. It's like, okay, now y'all doing too much now. Either cut them digital dailies off and we just go forward with the final five right here, and see what happened like everybody else, or just stop giving us all them nothingness details that you already about to show all in the show. Like it don't make no sense for me. But anyway, I digress because sorry, it's been a long weekend, y'all. We had a good game. Oh, I meant to say that first of all. I meant to say that, but I had to do that rant. My son and them played their A Sugars off, and you know how this is the first year going into tackle. He's 6U, Marshall Heights Bisons, but Showtime Boys is their name. If you want to donate to Showtime Boys, you could donate to my Cash App and Zelle and all that stuff right here, and they'll go to the organization, nonprofit organization, Marshall Heights Bison's team, and specifically our Showtime Boys crew. So if you have any donations that you want to give to my son's football team, because we are going to more than likely um, go to Florida this year. They already called us out, so we're going to see. We're going to make do, whatever. But they went out and played their first game. A lot of parents was like nervous about them actually playing and get hit and tackle. But them kids been tackling since they were in flag where you're not supposed to. They couldn't wait to put the helmets on the tackle, and they were clinking. Helmets were clicking, sounding off, ringing, everything. The two kids got hurt in the game. I was like, oh my gosh. My son did good. He was good on blocking. He did a good block for and one of the wide receivers or running backs. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one was running that time. I'm not even sure what his position is, but wide receiver and running back. He actually blocked the dude so that he can run it for a touchdown. I was like, look at my son. And we created them donuts. They ain't scored not nail once on us. It was 20. Don't I think it was 22 donut because we're supposed to count non-field goals as 2 points when you run in. So I don't know why they got the score at 20 donut, but I got 22 donut. But whatever. We're gonna keep it moving. So we're gonna be practicing hard starting Tuesday through Friday. I don't know about all that this week so that we can prepare for this Sunday's game coming up. So congratulations, my Showtime boys. Okay, getting back to the show. So after all that, Bayleigh, they show back and forth, them going in a room. Bayleigh says, yeah, the reason why she was busting into the rooms was because of she know that Spicy was being cornered by Anthony and Lexus, so she went in there bush up. And yeah, she pretty much said, let her stay on track. What you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about Spicy V staying on track. Because Spicy V already had in her mind that she wanted Tola up. She's playing the act right now. And if you don't know, if you think she that naive and asking your opinion like she really cares, she just asking your opinion to make it seem like I'm so clueless when I do things by mistake because there was the moment that was too big for me and I can't. Oh my God. Oh, I wasn't supposed to win. I wasn't supposed to win. I wasn't supposed to win, even though she said she wasn't supposed to win. It's like, Hellscats, are you okay? Is everyone okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally, the house gets y'all suck. What's going on? Everybody's going over that much. You suck. I think Anthony or Bayleigh was the next closest one to win if it wasn't Spicy who had 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Anthony had 815. Bayleigh had, I think, 1,039, 1,089, something like that along that line. So it would have been Bayleigh next. Ooh, that would have been terrible. Let's see if she would have put up Anthony and Lexus or Tola and Lexus. But anyway, so they get back out there to the chairs, and pretty much the fate was sealed of Lexus and Tola on the block because they didn't give a definitive answer of would you vote out Tola. She was like, yeah, but what about Todd? What about Todd? You've been talking all this about Todd the whole week, and now all of a sudden Todd is a non-factor in the situation. You want Tola out? Okay, girl. All right, girl. Okay, girl. So they voted Tola out. Tola left on a high note, low note, but a high note. High key, nobody cried for Avery. Nobody cried for Avery in a double eviction. Nobody. I mean, in the regular eviction, they cried for Tola. Yeah, but anyway, I guess because Avery didn't cry and she was super fan and she already knew her fate a long time ago in the house, and it was just easier. Like, all right, I'll see you later. We're gonna hang out afterwards. But okay, since Tola left, Anthony was like, "Look, a Spicy gonna try to go up there and she gonna try to go up there and explain herself with that 3-1 vote. Now she about to explain it away to Bayleigh, and then she go up there and say, Bayleigh, I'm glad that you can understand the vote when I did the vote. I'm glad you can understand. I had to give her a vote. Like, oh, you playing jury vote? You playing jury vote? That's what you playing. And Bayleigh was hip to that. She said, yes, I do. I really do have a problem with that. But the fact that we about to play HOH right now, and I'm not about to make a big deal out of it until you don't have HOH, and then I'm gonna tell you about yourself. So that's exactly what happened. They go into this HOH competition, and then um, I'm sorry, I had it all backwards. When they went into the HOH competition, I'm sorry. Before all that happened, and she did the 3-1 vote, that was Avery who got evicted. I'm sorry. But then now you know, because I just told you earlier, she said she had 1, 2, 3, 4 in a double eviction. HOH, uh, Spicy V won that one. You see Hope and all them. I told you, Hope, Summer, no name dude that was 100. I was like looking at it at the beginning. I'm like, I kind of know all the Big Brother Canada players, even the ones that's kind of like don't really remember them no more, but I know their face. I ain't never see that face ever. Like ever had I seen somebody with that much height in that particular of a color beard and all that on their face. Like I never seen that face in general. So I'm like, that person is not. And the fact that he was 100, of course, 100 will be a rando. It's either 100 that will be a rando or number one. Unless you have freaking Squid Games numbers, that would have been funny. but yeah, you had Summer, Cindy with an S. I'm surprised they ain't have. I guess she's done with Big Brother for real, for real. Netta, you have been evicted. I'm surprised they had Netta come through. Whatever. Kevin effing Martin, but I guess he probably was in the poker tournament. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just gazing y'all. So back to the competition. She won the HOH, and that's when she put up Tola and Lexus after all that, and then Tola went out. So right after that competition, that's when they had a third competition the next day, and basically that's when she said that's what whew, what's the name of this daggone game? Nebler. I think it's called Nebler game or whatever. The HOH competition. And Anthony was in his feeling about spicy. He said, "I won't never forget that one. You made me take on my brother. I'm not gonna forget that at all. But I'm gonna play my cards right now because I don't. Anything I say, you can take the slightest thing and put me on a block. So I'm trying to save him, but I can't save him at the moment. But I won't ever forget that, and I'm gonna get you back hard. Oh yeah. So basically, they played a Nebler game. Basically, what everybody hates so far, the producers just threw out there. People already hate that y'all doing the baby voices and Avery like, hey buddy, you want me to come chat? How about the pink room? The pink room? The billiards? I go to billiards. I go to billiards room. And they already say, scientists already say, don't talk to your children like that from birth. Don't be like, hey boo boo, hey biggie boo boo boo, hey ba 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 ba. Like don't talk to your kids like that. You be like, what you doing? You doing that? You trying to pick up mommy? Da da da. Like, just talk to them like that, like they're your buddy. Like, when you talk like that, they already have good sense to talk like that. If you don't talk like that and you talk baby to them, they're just going to stay with the baby tone forever. And that is kind of true. Like, when you do baby talk, they're just going to be like, mommy, can I get this? And it's like, ugh, that's so cringy. Even my son be like, mommy, I'd be like, talk. What are you saying? I can't understand what you're saying. Speak loudly. I can't hear your words. Draco, everything when I'm mad. But anyway, I do be like that. Like, I can't hear you talk, speak. What you asking for? What do you need? Literally, I don't do that baby son. My son's 6, and I don't play that daggone baby talk. We ain't play that baby talk since the age 2 for. Let them know early. No, use your words. Use the sound that's round and bound. But anyway, yeah, that was a dumb rant, but it's just irritating. So they had this nibbler. I think it's called nibbler. Correct me in the chat. HOH competition, and this one was for the taking, for real, for real. Everybody seemed like they were confused about a lot of people's speeches. This is like house guests that were eliminated, some in jury, some not in jury. And their speeches on eviction night, and basically seeing if you can get it correctly, confirm correctly who is the person that said this quote. And basically, it was a lot of confusion. It was a lot of quotes that could have been Kayla and could have been Janine at the same time. So I could see how some of them were getting confused. And one was Matthew. I think it was between Matthew and Dinis, and it was one that was actually Dinis. Like the one that was going back and forth, pretty much nobody had a chance. Todd said, the lights on, but nobody's inside the house. It's like when you leave that light or that one light on vacation, you come back like, God dang, my electric bill high, sky high. God dang, I thought I turned this light off. I think I did go back in there and get my cell phone. God dang, let's see this guy daggone electric bill. But that's what's happening in Todd's here. He like, oh, as soon as they said this type of competition, I know I'm out. Um, um, Alexis was keeping up for a little bit, but then she was just like always lagging behind by one. Bayleigh was up for the most part. She was up ahead of everybody for the most part because Anthony kept getting one behind her, and then Anthony banged that last one in, and Bayleigh had that wrong, and he was ding 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 on Kayla. Yes, and I think she put Janine, and that's when Anthony they went to a tiebreaker. He said, "How long did Tola last in the competition?" Um, what competition was that though? What was the spinning or something, some kind of hip competition or whatever? And I believe she guessed eight something. No, she guessed 156. I think she guessed 156 or 154 for how long he lasted. And Anthony guessed 196. Why the daggone winner was Anthony, and he won by two. He was two within going over. So, if he thought about like, let me just add five more out of nowhere, oh my God, he would have been killing himself. He would have been killing himself, and he would have been losing Lexus, and he would have been going against three people, period. And that would have been a worse situation, but I'm not so sure if this one is not worse. But anyway, Anthony won. It was 198 minutes, and he put 196. Congratulations. Now, that being said, now he has this elaborate plan of getting Spicy V back, and wants to evict Spicy V. Like he want to put her on. He don't want to put her on the block though, but he wants to get her evicted and out the house. Girl got to work on his neck. It's getting fat as crap. But anyway, so he basically already tells Bayleigh like, look, I might have to do something. She was like, you put me on the block. You put me on the block. I'm gonna be so mad if you put me on the block. And she started putting out the, you're gonna say privileged tears, the little victim noise. She put a victim noise all season long. I stick out my neck for everybody, and where, girl, where you stick out your neck for people at? All you do is cry and get your way. You've been getting your way through the whole season. You cried with Victoria about things, about not putting Todd up, and when she wanted to put Todd up, and cry, and Victoria just end up seceding to your boosh. And she better than me because I'd be like, "Ho, you gonna cry now? I mean, or forgive me later. Forgive me later, girl. But bye bye. Just like Donna, forgive me later. But bye bye." And I don't know why she ain't see all season long. Spicy was doing a lot of things against you, girl. Even the Donna situation, she ain't come to you first. So you thought you saw through that because she was playing with you the whole game? Yeah, because you were needed and you were already a target. So you gonna be in the seats before me. I'd have been putting that together. Like, you ain't putting that together? That's crazy. And all the amount of time she be spending secretly with Dougie and that? Okay, girl. All right. But it took for somebody to whisper in your ear about it. So Dougie already starts saying that he's going to mission one, or plan one is first part of the plan is turn everybody against Victoria, her allies, which is Todd. You ain't got to do that much for Todd because she already been irritating him all day long in the morning. If you watch the digital dailies, and also they showed that in the last episode that he was irritated. Why Spicy gonna have to deal with it? I'm gonna talk to who I'm gonna talk to. You're not in charge of who I talk to in this house. I'm a grown dude, and that, yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna talk to Tola if I want to talk to him. Talking about stop hanging around with him. She was like that, and then Bayleigh reprimanded him too. And you just gonna go straight to hang around Tola after she said y'all need to not be seen that much. Don't be telling me what to do because you want to control me for your own game. I'm going to have fun in this house when it's boring as hell and y'all ain't talking about shit. Y'all don't talk about nothing. I want to be with somebody to talk about stuff like fishing on a log or whatever. Whatever. He talk about his boat, the bass he catch or whatever. I don't want to be talking about just game all day with y'all, like all day about nothing, and then moves y'all gonna make, but y'all ain't gonna make them because y'all scared to make them. I keep saying I could have made it this week. No, not too fast. And then when it put Anthony up, and y'all ain't doing that, so it's like, what y'all talking about? Beer muscle moves, basically. So let me talk to Tola about nothingness, about everything outside this house. And you ain't gonna tell me who to talk to. I'm a grown man to have my own business. Girl, kick rock somewhere and dye your hair pink. But that's, I'm sorry, I said everything I would have said, but worse. But yeah, so anyway, he was already upset with her. That's the whole rant. He was already upset with her anyway. So it was like that wasn't hard to sell Todd, because he took Spicy V to Wendy's, because he's like, I know she gonna talk about everything. She gonna expose everything about her allies, and I'm gonna use everything, every bit of information against her. And that's what he did. He used every bit of information against her for Todd, but it didn't take that much for Todd. Todd was already irritated in the beginning, of that whole competition, of the whole eviction, because he like, how are you gonna tell me who to talk to, who to speak with? I want to speak to Tola. I want to speak to Tola. Y'all about that beer muscle life, which y'all love fake. I'm gonna put Anthony up, but I'm not gonna put Anthony up during major events like this. I don't have nothing to talk about with y'all, like no game. I want to talk outside of the house, Let's talk about outside of the house stuff with Tola. Like, I'm a grown man, I got my own business. Don't tell me who not to talk to. And so he was like, Spicy gonna have to deal with it. And so that was that. So he already was irritated with her. So it only took for somebody else to be mad. It only took for somebody else to for somebody else, I'm sorry, not to be mad, somebody else to say any other information. Todd was already gonna be like, I told you, it's the discernment in me. It's the discernment. He do got a discernment where he can smell the bush. Like, you starting to get your little BS meter of Big Brother. Todd, is the lights on? The lights on now. Yeah, it's late, but hey, better late than never. So Anthony basically was saying her little friggin' victim noise tears as Big Brother 19, who said the best. Victim noise. It's just nothing but victim noise coming from Bayleigh all the time. And she always used guilt trip on everybody. Why am I feeling guilty about something you ain't never helped me do anything in? You just took out my ally after ally, and I'm not up here crying and screaming. That's crazy. And she was like, I don't want to go on the block. If I go on the block, I'm going to be heated and all this. And then Anthony just saw the hurt in her eyes. So, he be, that's his weakness. He be soft and emotional when it comes to like certain things like that, and just give into something major he was already going to do. The best move that you could make is putting Bayleigh and Todd up. One of them have to use the power of veto no matter what, because she want her ally there. And if you think she wanted Victoria at first, after all the information you told her about Victoria basically throwing you under the bus, she said up until this date, she was like, you could throw Bayleigh up there. I understand if you throw Bayleigh up there or Todd up there. I want to get rid of Todd. Look at him. He cruising along his game. He getting all excited about winning competitions now, and I don't want him, like, he's on a roll. I don't want him to get that confident about the competition. I mean, winning vetoes and things like that. Like, let's get him out of here. He needs to go. And Anthony revealed to Victoria that Todd said her name and not Tola. It was Todd, but she was under the impression that Todd had said her name. I mean, I'm sorry, that Tola said her name, but it was actually Todd who said her name. But then again, that's kind of a lie, because when we went back to the board, Tola actually is the one to part. He was like, who do you need to get rid of? And he was like, who? Lexus? And he was like, no, her right there. And then they pointed to Victoria, so it cut. Kind of was a lie, but he was agreeing with Tola about Spicy sometime soon. I understand, she's a threat or whatever too. Like, he was kind of agreeing with it. But anyway, if Anthony would have said that, maybe she would have been safe in the she would have put up Todd and Tola instead of Lex and Tola, if she would have known that. But anyway, he told her now that information might come back to bite him. because this fool got a plan now that Bayleigh cried of putting Lexus on the block with Todd. Are you serious? And now that Bayleigh is talk to Todd and was like, I ain't turn against you. Don't turn against each other when we go in there and talk. He's fishing or whatever. He's trying to put Victoria on the block or whatever. He was like, I've been told you that. Like, I'm all good for it. She's talking too much and now she's spilled information that she didn't think was gonna get back. But she should have known. We all talk. It's only a little house right now, and of course we gonna talk and connect with information because it's the finals and people going to do whatever to save their game. So also, Anthony, you got to think about what Victoria is going to say when Lexus and Todd are on the block. What she's going to say to get herself out of there and get her allies back on her side. Because what she's going to tell them is that you said that Todd is the one that said he was coming after me. And then that's when Bayleigh going to go back and be like, oh, so he really was trying. I've already felt guilty about this move. I feel so guilty about putting Spicy V, or like them backdooring Spicy V and me having to be a part of it. I feel so guilty. Please, y'all, talk me off a ledge and talk some sense back into me why I need to do this move. And she was saying that to Todd and Lexus was just adding on, acting like she's the actress or whatever. But this is when she already been told by Dougie. Like, Dougie set Lexus down, was like, look, in order to do our plan or whatever, I know they did this against us, but in order for a bigger plan to take away, I'm gonna need you to be on the block, basically. But if you don't feel good and if you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable, you don't like my plan, you could tell me now and I would not do it at all. And she's just gonna go, well, I do agree with your plan, and I trust you, and I trust your judgment. I trust the plan's going to go through, and then I could be a great actress. And you sound like Avery, Dodo. You can truly go. If whatever happens to you, bye bye, Alexis, bye bye. Your ally that you've been riding for the whole time never touched a block. You just touched the block in a major double eviction where you already traumatized, and he want to put you immediately back on the block when you say, oh, thank God you won. Are you thanking God now? Because Bayleigh going to use that as juice in the diary room on your eviction night and say, oh, thank God he won. Well, you better be thanking somebody else, because your own ally put you up and you was thanking God and hoping that I didn't get it. But the whole time he put you up anyway, girl. Bye, Lexus. Go to jury and thank your God there. But she ain't gonna say all that. Like, I don't think he's gonna say that on the actual platform like that. But you know what I mean? Like, words gonna come back to bite you. And then Anthony, it's gonna come back to bite him, because basically, at the end of the day, he put up Lexus and he put up Todd for nominations to be evicted or whatever. But his back door is Spicy V. So he think that Bayleigh is going to take, after dropping this information, he think that they're going to change overnight and be mad overnight. Bayleigh be mad for one day, and then the next day she be like, I thought about the bigger picture and I still fear the fact that this person might, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna change her mind. So I'm gonna go with whatever she say. And then you're gonna be sitting here on your own, Anthony, with no allies, and Spicy V and all of them are coming for you because you're the last one out and you haven't touched the block, and you just put all her game out there for all of them. So she definitely coming after you. And she's gonna try hard to win everything. Spicy V is definitely gonna try hard to win that POV, because she's going to keep the nominations the same, because she don't want to go on the chair. So she's going to try hard, period. Like, you think she think that you're going to put up Bayleigh the way y'all been acting with your relationship, and they've been talking about how close that she's gotten to you? I don't think Spicy trusts that. I think she smelt something when y'all went on y'all Wendy's date and she was talking and you weren't answering anything and you was looking all down, like you had a moment of like, should I do this or should I not do this? Because she just said us to the end. I know it was hard about the Tola thing. I felt like he was coming after me, but it's y'all to the end. Like, was he buying that and felt like a moment of guilt? That's why I was wondering. But either way, Anthony, you might be in danger, boy, because you spilled your mouth a little too much too. You should have been just only telling the tea that was true about Victoria. But the fact that you use something that she can use against you is insane. Todd is the one that said he's coming after Victoria and not Tola. They gonna flip that. She gonna flip that and be like, Todd, he told me that you was coming after me though. Todd gonna be like, I didn't say that. Oh, he's playing both of us, and he's saying that you're playing us. It's like, Todd, why would I do that? And she gonna use her little charm to charm them back in her way. Watch you see, and this might work against Anthony, and Anthony might have just tarnished his whole game. I would never don't vote an ally out and don't put an ally up. What is you doing, Anthony? You even making the biggest, most successful move and flipping and manipulating people to flip and still do your dirty job, even though you putting up your ally, and you might gain trust with Bayleigh, and she may take you to the end, which I know she knows she might not, because she already know that you win at the end regardless of her play, and regardless of how many women are in the freaking jury. She already know that she's probably good with everybody and have great relationships, so she probably still take Lexus over you at the end of the day. This might not be a good move for you, but we're gonna see about this, y'all. Let me get back in this office. All right, y'all like and subscribe. I'm about to see what's going on with this with who won the power veto. I need to know this immediately because this might look like hell. But this is my first reaction after watching the episode. All right, y'all, and I promise you, I am going to do the circle, y'all. I just haven't had any chance to look at the dream, but I might look at an episode tonight and then do my first reaction to the first episode. Or should I do the first reaction to the first? Yeah, I'm gonna just do my reaction to the first episode and keep going for now. All right, y'all. Holla holla. Bye bye.